guys, what's up? It's Linz here. I wanted to start off by saying thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever video, so I thought why not start out with a Vinyasa flow yoga class. For the next 30 minutes, we'll go through things such as stretching, breath to movement, and core work. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. To begin class today, we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. Maybe that's sitting on your shins, being crisscrossed, or sitting with legs out. Whatever that looks like to you, find that comfortable position and either bring your hands flat palms onto the legs if you'd like to stay grounded, or flip them facing up to receive energy. When you're ready, we're going to lighten our gaze and maybe even close our eyes. Taking a deep inhale here through the nose and out through the mouth. Another one in through the nose and out through the mouth. Next, we're going to bring that right ear on over to that right shoulder. Inhaling through the center and on over to that left side. Inhaling through the center to the right. And one last time over to the left. Tucking our chin, bringing it around. And take it into those neck circles. Whenever you're ready, we're going to reverse those neck circles. Finding stillness and reaching through the crown of the head, we're going to take a deep inhale through the stomach, expanding that diaphragm, and releasing it out through the mouth. Another inhale through the nose, and releasing out. Inhaling our arms up above our heads, palms together. We're going to reach over to that right side. Really lengthening through our upper body. Inhaling through the center, and exhaling over to that left side. Inhaling through the center, taking that mini back bend, arms out in cactus. Taking a deep inhale here. Exhale back up, palms together, and bring them down to heart center. If you'd like to open that gaze, go ahead and do so now. Whenever you're ready, we're going to find our first child's pose of the class. So if you'd like to have feet together at the back of the mat or apart, we're going to come down, leaving room between our legs for our belly to float, and releasing onto the mat. Taking a deep inhale here through the nose, and out through the mouth. Fogging up that mat as if it was a mirror. I like to take this part of class to ask if you'd like to set an intention or a goal, or maybe something you're grateful for. Have something in your mind you can go back to when it wanders during this next bit of time. When you find that thought, take a deep inhale through the nose, and exhale it all out, setting it. Whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale and walk ourselves over to the right side of our mat, stretching out the left side body. Take a deep inhale here, and let it all out. Go ahead and walk your hands back through the center and on over to that left side. Holding for an inhale. towards the center for that exhale. On this next part, we're going to bring that left hand to the center, opening up on a bind. Taking an inhale, and staying for that exhale. On the next inhale, bring both hands back to the mat, and just switch it out, taking a bind on that other side. Staying for an inhale. Keeping that pose for that exhale. And then bringing both hands back to that child's pose. This time, tenting out the fingers at the top of your mat and sinking your stomach in. Taking an inhale and letting it all go. Releasing everything down onto the mat, including the forehead. One more inhale here. And exhale it all out. When you're ready, we'll bring our gaze up to our fingertips, walking ourselves back into a seated, comfortable position. From here, we're going to find ourselves in our first tabletop of the class. Making sure our shoulders are aligned with our wrists and hips over knees. On an inhale, we're going to round our spine, tucking our chin, taking that cat pose. On an exhale, we're going to drop the belly, bringing our gaze up, finding cow. Inhale into cat. And exhaling into cat. Take a couple of these on your own time with your own breath, really finding what your spine needs at the moment. Whenever you're ready, we're going to find stillness again at this tabletop with a flat back and aligning the shoulders, wrists, hips, and knees. When you're ready, we're going to bring our left leg back and our right hand forward, rising up off the mat and squeezing into the core. We're going to hold here for an inhale, and on that exhale, we're going to crunch it into the center, sending it back out. Inhaling in, and exhaling back out. One more time, inhaling in, and exhaling back out. For this last hold, if you'd like to take that bind, we're going to grab that foot and hold here. Holding for an inhale, releasing out on that exhale, and coming back down onto the mat, realigning in that tabletop position. This is another good time where if you'd like to flip your wrists and release the tension by stretching them out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side by bringing that right foot back and that left hand forward. Squeezing into the core, inhaling in, and exhaling out. Bringing it in for this crunch, and sending it back out. In for that crunch, and sending it back out. One last time in on the crunch, and sending it back out. Taking that bind, and holding. Releasing back out, and releasing yourself onto the mat into that child's pose. Taking a deep inhale here, and exhaling it all out. Another deep inhale here, and release on the exhale. Finding ourselves back in that tabletop position, we're going to go straight into our chaturanga. What that looks like is a high plank that is released down into cobra pose, keeping shoulders back, and releasing up into that down dog. Maybe you need to walk out that dog, tiptoes, bent knees. Just spending a couple seconds really aligning yourself. Whenever you're ready, we're going to walk our feet out to the edge of our mat, releasing our right hand to our left leg. And then sending it back up and reversing it to the left. Bringing ourselves back to the top, bringing our feet together back at the bottom of the mat, and taking a deep inhale here. And letting it all go. Onto the tiptoes, bringing ourselves forward, and then releasing back into that down dog. Bringing ourselves forward, and then back one last time to that down dog. Whenever you're ready, we're going to take that right leg up into the air and open it up for that bind. A modified version is just keeping that leg straight up in the air. We're going to hold here for an inhale and bring it through the center on the exhale, dropping that back knee and rising up. If that's uncomfortable, you can always bring a block or a blanket underneath that knee for comfort. Slowly stretching into this front leg. Make sure that front knee never passes the front big toe. Raising our arms up and balancing in this low lunge. Taking a deep inhale here and letting it all go. Palms together, bringing them down to heart center. Whenever you're ready, we'll untuck that back toe and open up. Holding for an inhale and staying for that exhale. On that next inhale, we'll rise up, holding in this low lunge. Whenever you're ready, we'll airplane it out, holding for an inhale and releasing on that exhale. Holding for an inhale and releasing on that exhale. On the next inhale, bring your hand back to the mat, opening up a little further this time. Holding for an inhale, releasing back down, both hands on that exhale, kicking that back leg forward into our triangle pose. Maybe taking locked fingers behind our back. And then rising up. Holding here for an inhale. And swan diving back down. Whenever you're ready, we'll face our hands back out and walk ourselves back into that down dog. Walking back in to our high plank, dropping those knees, and releasing into that child's pose. Taking a deep inhale here, and exhaling it all out. Another deep inhale here, and exhaling it back out. This is a perfect time to think of that intention or goal you set at the beginning of class, and really letting that settle back into your mind. Whenever you're ready, we'll bring our gaze up to our fingertips and walk ourselves back into a seated position. Rolling our neck, adjusting anything we might need, bringing ourselves to heart center, Inhaling our arms up through the center. And exhaling our arms back down. One more, inhaling our arms up. And exhaling our arms back down. Pulling our wrists. Finding our chaturanga as we meet back in a down dog. Maybe taking a couple seconds again to walk out those feet. This time we're going to open up on that bind on the left side. Again, modified version is keeping that leg straight. Taking an inhale here. And on that exhale, go ahead, bring it through the center, dropping that back knee and rising up. Finding stillness here, releasing onto the mat, opening up on a bind. Releasing this hand to the mat, reversing that bind. Rising up and just stretching in, making sure again that knee does not pass the front big toe. And finding stillness, growing our branches. Holding for an inhale. Releasing our hands down on the exhale to take the unmodified version where we untuck that back toe. Rising up. Bringing arms forward and inhaling into airplane. Exhaling back up and into airplane. One more time back up. Last time into airplane, holding here. Releasing that right hand on the mat, opening up on that left side. Holding for that inhale. Staying for that exhale. Releasing hands down to the mat. Kicking that back leg forward. Rising up. Holding for that inhale. And swan diving back down on that exhale. Releasing both legs back into that down dog. Falling into that plank. Knees out. And back into our child's pose. Taking a deep inhale here. And exhaling it all out. Walking ourselves back up into a seated position. We're going to inhale our arms up and open up towards the side. Inhaling our arms back up to the center and exhaling. Inhaling arms up. Walking back towards the center of our mat. Rolling shoulders back. Taking a couple neck stretches. Placing hands on our legs. We're going to take a deep inhale. And exhale it on back. Inhale in. And exhale it back. Bringing yourselves onto our forearms. You can keep arms aligned or go ahead and interlace your fingers at the top of your mat. Walking our feet out, we're going to take ourselves into dolphin pose. Same as down dog, just on our forearms. Holding here for an inhale. Walking back out on that exhale. Lowering. And then releasing back up into that dolphin pose. Releasing back down. And One more time, back up. On this last come down, we're going to release ourselves completely flat onto the mat. Releasing the arms to our shoulders. We're going to take a deep inhale and rise up off the mat. Holding for an inhale. Staying for that exhale. One more inhale. And release down on that exhale. Walking our hands back. We're going to release into cobra or upward facing dog. Making sure shoulders are back. Neck and spine are aligned. Holding for an inhale. And releasing back down for that exhale. One more time, we're going to release off the mat. Taking a deep inhale here. And releasing back down onto the mat on that exhale. Whenever you're ready, we're going to roll ourselves up, over one side, and sitting on our mat. Here, we're going to bring our arms forward and slowly lower ourselves down onto that mat. Feet flat. We're going to do glute raises, bringing our palms down to the side. We're going to rise up off the mat and lower, just hovering an inch or so above the mat. Then rising up and hovering. One more time, up. This time, if you'd like to interlace your fingers behind the mat, we're going to hold for a deep inhale and exhale. Go ahead and unlace your fingers, releasing down onto the mat. Bringing one hand to your stomach, the other up to your heart. Slowly bringing your feet back down onto the mat. We're going to hold here, just breathing, inhale and exhales. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe readjusting. Feeling that diaphragm really fill up and then release on the exhale. Inhaling up and releasing on that exhale. Whenever you're ready, we're going to bring our palms back down to the sides of the mat. Bringing our arms forward, legs up. We're going to grab around the front of our legs, leaning back to roll ourselves forward. From here is a little bit of core work. If you guys have a block near you, or weights, a band, anything you can kind of hold, grab that now. From here, we're going to lift our legs up, and just infinity in between our legs. We're going to do this for about a minute, so whenever you're ready, let's begin. Make sure you're breathing through it and not putting the pressure in your lower back, but squeezing through the core. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing ourselves over and rounding our spine. onto the front of our legs. And releasing back down. On the next inhale, we're going to flatten our legs onto the mat. Inhaling our arms up and falling forward. We're taking a bend in those knees. And then straightening back out. Releasing ourselves up. Bringing our feet to the very bottom of our mat. One more time, using that core. Engaging and releasing onto that mat. From here, we're going to bring our feet flat on the mat. Lifting that left leg up into the air, crossing it over that right leg, and pulling in. Taking a deep inhale here, and exhaling it all out. On the next inhale, maybe pulling in a little further, and then releasing it all out onto the mat. Switching legs, lifting that right leg up in the air, crossing over the left, and pulling in. Holding for that inhale. Staying for that exhale. On the next inhale, pull a little deeper if you'd like. And then release it all onto the mat. On this next part, taking our peace fingers around our big toe into happy baby, you can slowly roll back and forth on your spine, extend your legs out, pull in. Whatever's comfortable for you, take a few seconds. Finally squeezing into a small ball for 3, 2, 1. And then completely releasing flat onto your mat. As we fall into Shavasana, you have a couple options. Laying flat on your mat, using a block as a pillow, or if you have 2 blocks, teeing them out at the top of your mat and laying on them to open up your shoulders. Wiggling the fingers and then the toes. Maybe rolling wrists and ankles. Slowly bringing awareness back to your body. If you're using blocks, slowly remove them from underneath you and lower yourself completely onto the mat. Bringing hands to our belly. Taking the last few seconds here to really inhale and exhale. Not at my instruction, but on your own time. If you'd like to take a fetal position on either side of the mat, go ahead and do so. Whenever you are ready, we're going to meet in a seated that's comfortable for you, like how we began the class. Shoulders back, spine straight. Lightening our gaze and taking a deep inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up above our head and then over to your third eye. The light in me recognizes the light and beauty in you. Together we bow in namaste. Hey guys, thank you so much for spending the last 30 or so minutes flowing with me. If you guys like what you saw, make sure to leave me a good review and what other classes you'd like to see in the future. Again, thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you guys again real soon.